So one day the police came and they were searching the dormitory. Since we were one of the victims of the political motivated violence, they searched our rooms and they find that we were members of the so-called MDC, the opposition party in Zimbabwe. So for that time, it was, if any person found with those things, it was I think it was hot soup, if I can say that, because it was too tight for us. So we were beaten.
Like so many others, Imperi fled, fearing further violence. He left without any belongings and crossed to South Africa illegally.
I have to jump the border to use the illegal ways so that I can protect myself. So I just brought myself to South Africa with I brought nothing which I have, like IDs. I left them in the dormitory because the situation was so tight.
Zimbabwe is located near the southern tip of Africa and holds an estimated 12,084,304 people. However, this number is slowly diminishing as Zimbabweans flee from their country and its natural disasters, economic issues, and, most of all, its political turmoil.
In 2007 and 2008, floods created many internally displaced persons, or IDPs. Following the disaster, many Zimbabweans sought shelter in temporary accommodation camps and resettlement areas after fleeing their submerged homes. But flooding is not the only natural disaster that Zimbabwe must deal with. There are droughts every couple of years or so, which cause major agricultural setbacks.
Much of the displacement in Zimbabwe has been recently caused by a farmland redistribution program started in 2000. A UNDP report of September 2008 estimated that over 200,000 farm workers, plus their families, an estimated total of 1 million people, had lost their homes and livelihoods as a result of the fast-track land reform program. Furthermore, people who originally benefited from land distribution have since been evicted again from the land on which they were resettled.
Through Operation Chikora Koza Chipera, or Operation Stop the Gold Panning of 2006-2007, the government has also displaced and made homeless many illegal mine workers.
Operation Murambatsvina, literally meaning Operation Clear the Filth, is a series of government-sanctioned demolitions and evictions of urban dwellings without the provision of alternate housing. The UN Special Envoy for Human Settlements issues in Zimbabwe estimated that in July 2005 that 570,000 people had been made homeless by Operation Murambatsvina.
Finally, the ZANU-PF party is the radical political party in Zimbabwe. Violence from this group toward its political opposition has displaced approximately 200,000 people.
It is important to remember that a significant number of IDPs in Zimbabwe have been displaced more than once.
In response to displacement within its country, the government of Zimbabwe created a Government of National Unity in 2009. Currently, they have attempted 2 national IDP assessments with the help of the UN. They attempted humanitarian efforts and also allowed outside aid for IDPs. In October 2009, President Mugabe signed the African Union Convention for the Protection and Assistance of IDPs in Africa, a continental effort to aid IDPs.
Although the UNHCR and other groups like it have made many efforts to improve the IDP and refugee crises, the Zimbabwean government is too diverted by refugees from other countries entering Zimbabwe to pay full attention to their own people, and the economy problems such as inflation make it hard for the humanitarian efforts to move past short-term assistance.
Most displacement in Zimbabwe is internal, but South Africa and other neighboring countries are important refuges for political displacees, whether legally or illegally. Most displacement to neighboring countries is illegal, though, because most refugees cross the border on foot and without any sort of paperwork or identification. Also, those who do have paperwork or possessions with them are often robbed, and many female displacees are raped along the way.
For young women, the dangers are even greater. 16-year-old Rivarasha Azangwe was crossing with her sister when some men tried to rape them in the bushes.
I fight them. So they said they want to cut me. and left me. They cut me and they ran because they were soldiers.
Azangwe needed 20 stitches to sew up her arm. The men took all their belongings, including a cell phone with the number of a relative in Johannesburg.
These illegal immigrants are supposed to be sent back, but the UNHCR helps to obtain protection for asylum seekers and refugees. So today, most Zimbabwean refugees and IDPs are either successfully resettled, returned to their original homes, or being displaced yet again.